Listen to the silence for a second. Do you hear that? That is the sound of your life passing by. While you sit there, while you breathe, while you hesitate, the clock is bleeding. We are standing at the gates of 2026, and most people are walking into this year with the same tired excuses, the same heavy baggage, and the same, maybe next time, spirit that killed their 2025. But you're listening to this because something inside you is screaming. Something inside you is tired of being average. You are tired of looking in the mirror and seeing a placeholder instead of a powerhouse. You are tired of watching other people live the life you were supposed to have. The 1% mindset isn't about a car. It's not about a bank account. It's about the brutal, uncompromising decision to never be common again. Most people want the prize without the pain. They want the crown without the cross. But I'm telling you right now, if you want to dominate 2026, you have to be willing to do the things that 99% of people are too lazy, too soft, and too scared to do. You have to fall in love with the dark. You have to fall in love with the sweat. You have to learn to eat no for breakfast and ask for seconds. This isn't a motivational talk. This is a funeral for your old self. We are burying the person you were yesterday so the person you need can finally breathe. If you're looking for a hug, go somewhere else. If you're looking for a revolution, then stay right here because we are about to set your soul on fire. Look at your hands. Everything you see, everything you touch, and every result you have in your life right now is a direct reflection of your standards, not your wishes, not your hopes. Your standards. The 1% don't have goals, they have requirements. To get up at 5 a.m., they are already working while the rest of the world is dreaming. The world is getting noisier, softer, and more distracted. Everyone is addicted to a screen, addicted to dopamine, addicted to the easy path, and that is your greatest opportunity. While the 99% are distracted, you are going to be disciplined. While they are complaining about the economy, the government, or their boss, you are going to be building an empire that is immune to excuses. Domination starts in the moment you realize that no one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you a map. No one is going to push you out of bed when it's cold and your bones ache. You are the sculptor and the marble. It's going to hurt. It's supposed to hurt. If it were easy, every single person on the street would be a giant. But they aren't. They are small because they chose the comfort of the now over the glory of the forever. The 1% mindset is the ability to look at a mountain and not see an obstacle but a viewpoint. You have to develop a hunger that is so deep, so primal that it scares people around you. If you want to dominate 2026, you have to audit your circle. You cannot run with eagles if you are hanging out with turkeys. You cannot build a billion-dollar vision with people who have minimum wage mentalities. Loneliness is the tax you pay for greatness. There will be nights when you are the only one working. There will be days when your friends are out partying and you are in the gym, in the office, or in the books. And in those moments, the 99% voice in your head will whisper, "Why are you doing this? Just take a break, one night won't hurt." That voice is a liar. That voice is the enemy. That voice is trying to keep you in the cage of mediocrity. You kill that voice with action. Pain is temporary. It might last for a minute, an hour, a day, or even a year, but eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If you quit, however, it lasts forever. Most people quit at 40% when their brain tells them they are done. They actually have 60% more in the tank. The 1% live in that 60% zone. They live where it's uncomfortable. They thrive in the heat. They don't wait for inspiration to strike. Inspiration is for amateurs. Professionals get up and find their rhythm in the work. You don't need another good idea. You need an obsession. You need to be so focused on your growth that you don't even have time to notice who isn't clapping for you. 2026 is going to be a year of chaos for the unprepared, but a year of conquest for the disciplined. Every morning you wake up, you are entering a battlefield. You are fighting against your old habits, your old fears, and the world's expectations. You have to win the morning to win the day. You have to win the day to win the year. Stop looking at the finish line and start looking at the step right in front of you. Take that step with so much power that the ground shakes. You were not born to just pay bills and die. You were not born to be a background character in someone else's story. You are the protagonist. You are the force of nature. But that force is dormant because you've been feeding it comfort instead of challenge. It's time to starve the ego and feed the beast. It's time to stop talking about what you're going to do and start showing people what you've done. Results don't need an explanation. Success doesn't need a caption. When you leave this moment, don't just feel good. Feeling good is a trap. I want you to feel driven. I want you to feel a weight of responsibility to your future self. Imagine yourself 5 years from now, looking back at today. Will that version you thank you, or will they be ashamed of you? Make the choice right now that you will never apologize for your ambition. And make the choice that 2026 will be the year they remember your name. Not because you were lucky, but because you were relentless. The 1% mindset is a 24/7 commitment. It's how you eat, how you speak, how you think, and how you recover. It's a total war against your own limitations. You are capable of things that would make your current mind blow, but you'll never see them if you keep playing it safe. Safe is where dreams go to rot. Danger is where greatness lives. Go out there and claim what is yours. Don't ask for permission. Don't wait for a sign. You are the sign. You are the moment. Now take a deep breath. Feel the fire in your lungs. That is life. That is opportunity. That is 2026 calling your name. Don't you dare let it go to voicemail. Stand up, gear up, and dominate, because the world doesn't need more people who are trying. The world needs leaders. The world needs winners. The world needs while you're at your absolute best. This is your time. This is your year. The 1% is waiting for you. Are you coming or are you staying behind? But the reason you haven't reached your potential is a lack of talent. It's a lack of total obsession. We live in a world that tells you to balance everything. They tell you to take it easy, to not push too hard, to stay in the middle of the pack so you don't get hurt. But I am telling you that balance is the graveyard of greatness. The 1% are not balanced, they are tilted. They are obsessed, they are consumed by their vision. If you want to dominate 2026, you have to stop trying to be normal. Normal people get normal results. Normal people live paycheck to paycheck. Normal people settle for good enough marriages, good enough bodies, and I don't want good enough. I want everything the universe has to offer, and I am willing to pay for it in blood, sweat, and years of anonymity. Think about the pain you've been running from. That pain is actually your greatest fool. Every time someone doubted you, every time a door was slammed in your face, every time you felt overlooked, that wasn't a tragedy. That was a deposit into your revenge fund. Not revenge against people, but revenge against the statistics that say you won't make it. You have to take that hurt and turn it into a work ethic that scares the people around you. When everyone else is sleeping, you need to be out working your demons. You need to be in the lab, in the gym, in the office, building a version of yourself that is so powerful. The people who ignored you will one day have to pay to meet you. Let's talk about the cost of entry. 2026 isn't going to give you anything. It's a neutral year. It doesn't care about your feelings. It only responds to force. To get to the 1%, you have to undergo a social surgery. You have to cut out the leeches. You have to cut out the friends who only call you when they want to complain or party. You have to be okay with being the villain in their story because you decided to stop being a victim in yours. They will call you changed. They will say you forgot where you came from. No, you didn't forget. You just decided you didn't want to live there anymore. Success is a lonely road, but the view at the top is incredible. Most people quit because they can't handle the silence of the climb. They need constant applause. They need likes on a screen to feel valid. The 1% mindset finds validation in the mirror. When you look at yourself at the end of a 16-hour day and you know you gave everything, that is a high that no drug can match. That is the feeling of becoming a king or a queen of your own domain. You have to develop weaponized discipline. Discipline is not a chore, it is your armor. When your emotions tell you to quit, discipline tells you to shut up and do another rep. When your body says it's tired, discipline reminds you that your competition is still working. You have to treat your mind like a fortress. Stop letting every breaking news alert and every social media comment inside your head. You are a high-performance machine and you cannot run on low-grade fuel. Watch what you eat, watch what you read, and watch who you listen to. We are talking about legacy. 2026 is just one chapter, but it's the chapter where you decide the ending of your book. Do you want your children to look at you and see a maybe, or do you want them to see a definitely? Do you want to leave behind a pile of I wish I had, or a mountain of I'm glad I did? The clock is ticking. Every second that passes is a second you can never get back. You are trading your life for what you are doing right now. Is it a fair trade? Is scrolling for 3 hours a fair trade for your soul? Is sleeping in until noon a fair trade for your destiny? You have to get violent with your goals. Don't just set them, attack them. A financial goal, don't just save money. Hunt for opportunities. If you have a fitness goal, don't just go to the gym. Transform your biology. Is about aggressive execution. Most people spend 90% of their time planning and 10% doing. Flip the script. Spend 10% planning and 9% executing. Fail fast, fail forward. But whatever you do, do not stand still. The world is waiting for someone to lead. The world is starving for authenticity. The world is desperate for people who actually do what they say they're going to do. Be that person. Be the person of your word. When you tell yourself you're going to do something, make it a law. If you break your word to yourself, you lose your power. When you keep your word to yourself, you develop an unshakable confidence that no one can take away. As you move into 2026, I want you to carry a heavy heart and a light step. A heavy heart because you know the stakes are high, a light step because you know you are prepared for the war. There will be storms. There will be moments where you want to cry, where you want to scream, where you think you can't go on. In those moments, I want you to remember this. The fire doesn't destroy the gold, it purifies it. The fire you are going through right now is just burning off the 99% of you so that only the 1% remains. Don't wait for January 1st. Don't wait for Monday. Perfect moment. The perfect moment is a myth created by cowards to justify their delay. The only moment you have is Nanabu, this second's breath. Take it. Own it. Rule it. A warrior. You are a creator. You are the architect of your fate. 2026 is not a year, it is a canvas, and you are about to paint a masterpiece of power, resilience, and absolute domination. Go out there and show the world what happens when a human being decides to stop being ordinary and starts being legendary. We've talked about this, we've talked about the grit, but now we need to talk about the math of greatness. The 1% do not guess, they do not hope for a better life, they engineer it. If you want to dominate 2026, you have to stop being a consumer and start being a producer. Every time you open an app, you are being harvested. Every time you buy something, you don't need to impress people you don't like. You are selling a piece of your freedom. The 1% mindset understands that money is just stored energy, and if you waste your energy on nonsense, you will remain weak. You need to develop a war chest. In 2026, the gap between the prepared and the distracted is going to become a canyon. You need to be on the side of the prepared. That means while everyone else is buying status symbols, you are buying assets. While they are looking for comfort, you are looking for control. Control over your time, control over your location, control over your destiny. You have to be willing to live like a monk for a year so you can live like a king for a decade. Stop trying to look rich and start becoming wealthy. Wealth is what you don't see. It's the freedom to say no to anyone and anything that doesn't align with your soul. Let's talk about the silence of the grave. There will come a point in your journey where the initial motivation wears off. The music stops, the videos end, the speakers go quiet, and you are left in a room alone with nothing but your own reflection and a mountain of work. This is the threshold. Most people turn back here. They say, it's too much, it's too hard. I'm not built for this. But this is exactly where the 1% are born. You have to learn to work in the silence. You have to learn to be your own cheerleader, your own coach, and your own drill sergeant. If you need someone else to tell you, good job, to keep going, you've already lost. The reward for the work is more work. The reward for a successful day is the privilege of waking up and doing it again, only better, faster, and stronger. You have to develop selective ignorance. You cannot care about everything. You cannot care about the drama of the world, the opinions of your neighbors, or the failures of your past. You must have tunnel vision. If it doesn't make you better, if it doesn't make you richer, if it doesn't make you stronger, it is noise. And noise is the enemy of the 1%. You have to be ruthless with your attention. Your attention is the most valuable currency on this planet. Stop giving it away for free to people who don't deserve it. Think about your DNA. You are the result of thousands of years of survivors. Your ancestors survived famines, wars, plagues, and predators so that you could be here today. You are the winning ticket of a billion-year lottery, and you're going to spend that ticket sitting on a couch. You're going to spend that heritage complaining about your vibe? No. You carry the blood of warriors. You carry the blueprints of builders. It is your duty to be great. It is your obligation to your bloodline to see how far you can push your mind and body. To be average is to spit in the face of your ancestors. To be 1% is to honor them. In 2026, I want you to become unfuckwithable. This means your peace of mind is not tied to your external circumstances. If the market crashes, you pivot. If your business fails, you rebuild. If people leave you, you keep walking. You have to reach a level of self-mastery where nothing outside of you can dictate how you feel inside of you. This is the ultimate power. This is what it means to dominate. It's not about crushing others. It's about crushing the version of yourself that was weak, afraid, and needy. The clock is ticking louder now. Can you hear it? Every second is a heartbeat you'll never get back. This speech is ending, but your life is just beginning. When you turn this off, I don't want you to think about what I said. I want you to move. I want you to do the hardest task on your list first. I want you to look at your bank account and make a plan. I want you to look at your body and commit to the transformation. I want you to look at you and realize that the 1% isn't a destination, it's a way of breathing. You are the storm, you are the fire, you are the 1%. 2026 isn't coming to get you. It's coming to meet you. Show it who the hell you are. The difference between the 99% and the 1% isn't found in the beginning, it's found in the last mile. Anyone can start, can be excited on January 1st, anyone can feel motivated after hearing a powerful speech, but the 1% are the ones who are still there when the feeling is gone. Motivation is a spark, but discipline is the fuel. A spark will keep you warm for a second, fuel will power an engine across an ocean. Your final thought as you walk away from this must be, I will not rely on how I feel. I will rely on who I am, the invisible victory. You have to understand that in 2026, your greatest victories will happen in private. It's the workout no one saw. It's the decision to say no to a party so you can say yes to your future. The 1% mindset knows that public success is simply the manifestation of private discipline. If you win the battle in the dark, the light will take care of itself. Stop looking for a stage and start looking for a mirror. The only person you need to beat is the version of you that woke up this morning. 2026 reality check. The world doesn't care about your potential. Potential is just a fancy word for you haven't done it yet. The world only respects results. As you close this chapter and head into the year, remember that pain is the currency of growth. You are either paying the price of discipline now, or you will pay the price of regret later. One costs pennies, the other costs your entire life. Choose your payment wisely. The final takeaway, don't ask for a lighter burden, ask for broader shoulders. 2026 won't be easier than 2025, but the 1% version of you will be significantly more dangerous.